Hi everybody and welcome back to the next tutorial. My name is Alex and now I would like to scrape together with you guys data from this particular website. This is newegg.ca. It's a computer retailer and we want to grab the data from today's best deals. So let's click on this one. Then if we scroll down, we see here we have all the deals, okay? And again, we don't use Selenium, no beautiful soup. We want to find out if we are able to access the website's API and if there is actually the data which is necessary for this project. So first and foremost, again, I've created this notebook here and we have the headings and the data we want to scrape. Okay, so it will be the product name, the rating count, current price, the discount or the rebate, and the end of the sale. Okay, these are actually our 6 main data points we want to extract from this website here. Okay, again, we start extracting the data from one result or from one element. Then we want to scrape the data from all the elements inside the first page. And finally, we want to scrape multiple pages, okay? Again, as always, we have these 3 steps. So first and foremost, what we need to do is we need to get a feeling how this API actually behaves and if there is at least something what we can use, okay? So let's check it out. Right click, inspect. And now let's navigate to this network tab, okay? And here actually you see usually the requests of this website. For now it's blank and let's scroll down and see what happens. So it's still blank right now and we don't see anything. Okay, that doesn't mean we don't have information. Actually, as you may know already, what I used to do is I go always to the bottom of the first page, then I click on the second page, okay? So actually after you click on the second page, you directly see the APIs popping up, okay? Or the requests popping up. And then I move actually everything again, go back to the first page, okay? It's something like a refresher for the first page. And then in most cases, if there is actually a hidden API, this hidden API pops up, okay? Let me show you what I mean. So this website is actually a very good example for this. So let me click on the second page and directly something is popping up, okay? If I click on this one, then on the item list, okay, and here you see that we have the results of this results list here, okay? Here we have different kind of information, but actually again I want to start from the first page. That means I go down again, okay? Here, as I told you, I want to clear this existing request, my mistake. I want to clear up this request here and then go back to the first page and you see that directly something is popping up here. This is actually what I meant. So I click on this one, go to the item list, and now let's make a cross check. Here we have all the deals, okay? Let me click on the first one, and then if I go down to description, I can see here the product name. It's Samsung 980 Pro M2 and so on. And you see it here clearly, Samsung 980 Pro M2 and so on and so forth. Okay, so here inside this items list are our results. Okay, and you see here in each and every page we have 60 results starting with index 0. Okay, and actually if you search for a hidden API where you can actually use it to get your data, you need to invest some time in order to understand, first of all, is there actually something and how does it actually work? Okay, here you have seen that we have definitely valuable information, but we didn't see it by just directing directly to the first page. Okay, we had to click on the second page, remove everything, and then go back to the first page. And after we redirected back to the first page, directly the request was popping up, and here we have the information which we need. Okay, so the bottom line here is take your time, okay, and try to understand how this website works. Okay, so enough for now. Let's proceed and actually recreate this request inside Python, or especially inside our notebook. As always, we have to do a right click, go to copy, then copy as curl. Okay, click on this one, and this curl command is actually used to make a request from your command prompt. But since we don't want to use the command prompt, we need to recreate or to convert this curl command to a Python request. Okay, and online you will find several tools for this. So what I want to do now is I search for convert curl to Python, and you can use this website here. It's curl.trillworks.com. Okay, and here you see again we can convert curl syntax to Python, Node.js, PHP, and so on and so forth. So here I will just paste it, what I've just copied. Okay, and now directly I get back a Python request. Here I want to highlight everything, copy this, go back to the notebook. Okay, and here I want to paste it. This is it. And again, this import I want to have inside the first cell, and what I also want to import is pandas, okay, as PD. Let me run this cell, and this looks actually fine. Again, here we have our Python request, and let me also show you again how we did that. So here we had our request inside this preview tab and inside this network tab. Okay, we did a right click, copy as curl. Okay, then we went to our converter, paste everything here, and directly we get back a Python request. Then we have copied this one, went back to our notebook and pasted it here. This is it. And you can see again we have the headers, we have the parameters, and the request, which is actually stored inside this response variable. And if you take a close look to the parameters, you see here we have this page index 1, and this makes actually everything easy for us, to be honest, when it comes to scraping multiple pages, because here we see directly that we start from page number 1. That means if we have a request for page number 2, most likely you will see here number 2. Okay, this makes it actually very simple, because we can write our for loop in order to extract multiple websites. But this is actually just part 3 of this tutorial. First of all, we start to check the status code. That means I can just use the response variable. Oh, sorry, first of all I have to run the cell. Okay, this is fine, and let me also remove this comment here. Okay, so now I can proceed. Let's go for response dot status code. Okay, now 200 means everything works fine, and we have successfully made our HTTP request. Next, we need to create a JSON object. That means response dot JSON. Okay, and now I can run this cell, and you see here that now we have access to this JSON object. Again, here we have to deal with a dictionary. That means key and value pairs. And now in the next step, what we want to do is we want to output the keys of this JSON object. Okay, and first let me just store it. Let's say JSON, or wait, result underscore JSON. Okay, because now I want to store this object inside this variable. Okay, and then I want to print out the keys. So results JSON keys, and here we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 different keys. And now comes the very important part. We make a cross check. Okay, go back to our page here, and this one, let's count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the main point here is that this 7 keys, this is actually the exact same what you see here. And since we know that our results are inside this item list, okay, that means we can actually easily go ahead and target this key element. Okay, let me just copy it. And now in the next step, I actually can start with here, with this one, step number 6. Let's go ahead and target first the result JSON and then this item list key. Okay, and again, here is our data. As you can remember, for each page we have 60 results, and here also we can make a cross check. Okay, so it's length. Oh, first of all, let me just store it inside a variable result items. Okay, and now let's check this length. So use the length function, and then we need to check the result items, and voila, we have number 60. That means inside this variable we have successfully stored all our 60 results. Okay, this is it. So now we need to go ahead and target all the 6 data points. Again, we want to have the product name, rating, rating count, the current price, the discount or rebate, and the end of the sale. Okay, and this is actually what we need to grab. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and search for the name. That means I want to provide a comment, name, and again, this is actually our starting point. Okay, let me just comment also this one, starting point. Okay, and now let's target the first result. Okay, since we have here a list of 60 different results, we can actually easily go ahead and target index number 0 for the first result. Let's run it. And now we need to get access to the name. Okay, you can either use this one, or you can go ahead to your network tab, to the developer tools, and click through all these results here. So again, we started with index number 0, and here, for example, what we can do is let's go to description. Okay, and here you see this is actually the product name, this one. Okay, and you also have different information like the URL keyword, the title, short title, and so on and so forth. But for this project, let's go ahead and work with the product name. Again, we navigate from index 0 to the description key, and then we need to go down to the product name. Okay, that's it. So let's start here. So this is right now the description. Run it, and again, so where is it right now? So it's here. Okay, this is the product name. I can just copy this one and then add it to this expression, and voila, now we have successfully grabbed the name of our first product. And with the same structure, we need to proceed right now for the second data point, which is the rating. Let's go ahead and search for the rating. This will be again the same because we right now target just the first item. Okay, and for the rating, let's take a look how to find it. Now we need to scroll down until we see actually this review key. Okay, let's open this one. And here we have the rating and the rating count. And this rating count is actually stored inside this human rating key. Okay, this is it, because you see here on the left side we have 403 ratings. Okay, and this is also for 403, and the rating itself is 5, and this is actually what we see here. That's it. We need this information, and this information is starting with this one. Okay, so again, from index number 0, we need to navigate down to the review first. Let's do it. So it's review. Okay, and now we need to grab this one here, rating. Copy this and add it to this expression, and voila, now we have the rating. All right, next one is the rating count, right? Yep, rating count. And let me just remove this last key, run the cell again, and we need to replace it with the human rating. Okay, and now it's updated. Now we have 404. Okay, so a few moments ago it was 403. Okay, so I will just copy this one and paste this key element inside this brackets and inside this quotes, run it, and now we have 404 as our rating count. Now let's go ahead and search for the current price. Okay, this is the current price. Again, we start with result number 0. Okay, and in the next step, let's again find out where we can see our price. So here, for example, we have this. Its final price is 229, and I want just to make a double click here, copy this one, go back to the notebook and paste it inside this bracket and inside this quote. Okay, and voila, now we have our current price. Now let's take a look at the discount or rebate. So let me just remove this name. I like the name discount more. Okay, now let's go ahead. Sorry, I need to drink something. Now let's go ahead and target the discount. So first again, result items with the index 0 for the first result. And in the next step, let's search for the discount information. So it's this one, instant rebate amount. Okay, and you can make a cross check. So the final price is $229.99. Okay, it's this one. And if you add up 60, you will have this old price of $289.99. Okay, that means this is actually what we need to grab right now. Double click, copy this one, and now let's paste it here. Awesome, this looks fine. And our last data point is the end of the sale. Okay, let's take a look how to get access to this one. First, again, copy this, paste it here, and I want to provide a comment, end of sale. Okay, so let's take a look. If we scroll down right now again, you will see that, so where is it? Where is it? It's here. Okay, inside this key element, sale and time text. Okay, we have the information that this sale ends in 2 days on Sunday. Okay, so double click, copy this one, and now paste it here. Okay, and this is actually what we want to grab for our results. Okay, we have all these 6 data points. All right, so I mean the major work right now is done. At least we have our fundamentals. Okay, and in the next step, what we have to do is we have to write a for loop, okay, to grab all the data points, but for all results inside the first page. Okay, this will be the next step. And afterwards, we need to think about the logic, how to create data, or sorry, how to grab or extract data from multiple pages. Okay, so for now, this should be part number 1 of this tutorial. And I make a cut right now, and I see you in a few seconds inside the next video. Thank you very much, and I see you in part 2. Bye bye.